Hello, I'm Phil Cleary. Great to be with you as we celebrate 150 years of Australian football with another Footy Flashback. Today we journey to Perth for the South Australia versus Tasmania clash from the 1972 ANFC carnival. South Australia looked unbeatable. The great Malcolm Blight at full back, where he won an All-Australian blazer. Four-time Magarey medalist Russell Ebert at centre-half back. And at full forward, Glyn Hewitt, the father of tennis champ Leighton. And there too, Graham Corns, the inaugural coach of the Adelaide Crows. By the early 70s, Tasmania was really feeling the effect of the player drain to the VFL that had occurred over the preceding decade. Even so, wingman Jim Leach distinguished himself by being the first Tasmanian since 1966 to be awarded an All-Australian blazer.
And umpire Shields about to get the play underway for the last quarter, and the setup looks pretty much the same for South Australia with Robran at full forward. It's Moore that gets the knock, comes down onto the ground, and up towards the half-forward line it goes for Tasmania, with Mulholland there picking up. This is Palfreyman, Graham, out towards Hadley. The full forward area, and man in front is Moore. Swinging the play to the other side of the ground. Bergen punches it away. Jaworski trying to pick it up, overruns it. Leach, yes, in towards centre half forward. Ebert, and coming out is Blight. Corns. Going past is Bomberto if he wants him, but he doesn't. Decides to go for the kick, which is fair enough, but he's got the Gale behind him. Big Otten's coming in over the lot, and Marker comes in, picks up, he's got an open goal in front of him and plenty of players too. This is Huppets, back towards Voigt. They're going the long way around it and missing it. Shocking piece of play as the ball went through for 1 point. Coombs already got one goal.
Not a good kick this time, up to the edge of the square, and it's allowed Norris to come through and take an effortless mark. Norris of Tasmania.
Robran doesn't seem to know what to do at full forward.
Norris straight up the centre. Oh, what a magnificent mark taken there by, who was it?
Corns.
Corns was.
I'm sure that it was 15 or 16. Into Wilson. This is Ebert. 15-yarder. I suppose that player could have thought that Ebert was going off the mark when he grabbed him, but
it's a very difficult one, Bob, isn't it? Where you've got the player that is about to take off, the player behind knows he's going to run off, and if he does impede, then he's penalised 15 yards.
Robran in front.
Looks a bit better.
Robran it is to give them their 13th, South Australia.
Talk about pressure, Don. I was talking to some of the Victorians after the game on Saturday, and they said it was beautiful playing the game for a change where the pressure wasn't really on.
What, you're talking about the game on Saturday?
Yes.
Wasn't really on, was it, at 192 point the margin? Oh, look at that. That is Ebert. This is Gaby. Oh, there's a South Australian all lined up for it. Pope. Actually, he wasn't the one I thought was lined up for it. I thought it was Button, but Pope was able to chip in.
Frost has been under a cloud, incidentally, for the last 3 or 4 days. Hasn't trained for 2 days due to injury.
That what brought the rain. This is Hewitt. Snapping for a goal. No. Voigt.
Poor chance by Barwick.
Trying to mark. This is Bergen. Oh, he got out of that tackle pretty easily, and that one. And he might score a goal for himself. Yes, that's another one. It's a goal to Bergen.
South Australia have more than doubled Tasmania's score at this stage. 15 minutes into the last term. Button high. Hewitt, is it? Hewitt it was. Booze it is, picking up for Tasmania. Straight to Hadley. Hadley, a short pass. Marked by Whitehouse.
Bergen. Looking for and finding Bomberto.
Plenty of pace, Bomberto.
Now towards Robran at full forward. knocked away from him, but he's going to recover well. Feints one way, screws around. He could shoot a goal here, but there's plenty of players there for South Australia. This is Wynn, and Wynn will run into the open goal.
There's a trouble. Very up on he gets through. Goodness gracious me. Jaworski.
I thought he'd have played that mark. He must have played on.
He must have played on. Whitehouse it is. Recovering well. And he shot a goal. It's a good effort. Yes, he has too. Good effort by Whitehouse.
Gaby. No one there for South Australia. Mackie up towards the flank, going for Nichols. Up towards Hadley. Tasmania moving into attack again. Into the open area. Whitehouse is there. Got it.
Good teamwork and moving the ball line fast. Sam Whitehouse by himself then. And he had little difficulty in marking it on the goal line, and I think he's just goal now.
It's wide of the full forward position for Tasmania.
Pope.
And players holding and dragging and mauling at one another, and as a result, they fall over.
Corns to Voigt.
Voigt back to Marker. Nice play by South Australia. Keep them in action.
Hewitt. He was going to punch, but there was no one there, so he decided to go for it, and that's a good piece of shepherding by Rodwin, allowed that one to get through.
Yes, good bit of play then by the South Australians.
Up towards the left half forward flank. Frigg in front, couldn't quite hang on to it. Allowed Bonberto, he lost it, picked it up, recovered well. Dodged an opponent. There's good play. Beautiful play by Bonberto. Gady in the right centre wing. And kicked it into the man. That was Wynn who came right up over Bonberto.
That's good play over to Bergen.
Good play on to Bergen. Bergen sending it up, and nice mark taken by Hewitt. He's got 6 on the board now. 45 degrees and about 45 yards out from goal. Breeze in behind him. Missed it.
He reads the play very well and makes position very well.
Oh, it's very poor pass. Allows Hewitt once again. He'll make sure of it this time. No mistake this time.
Well, Hewitt again has been as we said, an excellent play on the forward line.
Bonberto to Marker. Marker centre half forward, and a short pass on. And that's that man again. He's got 7. Let's see what he's right in front this time, hasn't he? Surely he can't possibly miss that one. The better one. That's a better one. Yes, that brings up his 8.
South Australia by a massive 90 points. The player exodus north had taken its toll on Tassie. Sadly, they lost all 3 carnival matches by big margins and were struggling to remain competitive at interstate level. I'm Phil Cleary. See you next time for more halftime footy flashback.